Hey guys, I'm Michael from Fierce Fitness. Today I'm going to show you how you can learn the perfect push-up. Push-ups are a staple foundation bodyweight exercise that you can take to whole new levels with a lot of training and practice. They help develop good strong shoulders, chest and tricep muscles through intense pushing. In my opinion, these are especially important for pole artists and aerialists alike, as we spend a lot of time with pulling action. We are pulling ourselves up onto our apparatus, which works a lot of the back muscles and the bicep. So it's really important to develop good pushing work at the same time. This creates a good balanced body and helps prevent injury. Two prerequisites I'm going to show you very quickly before you attempt the push-up. The first one is a standard plank. On the elbows, hands flat, and we extend the feet back. Once you can hold your plank for about 15 to 20 seconds, that's good. The second prerequisite is the tabletop position, which is like the plank, only arms straight. So, hands flat on the floor, shoulders directly above the wrists, extend one leg back, and when we bring the other leg back, we push the floor away, pull our tummy muscles in and engage our glutes and pelvis. Every muscle should be as tight as you can physically go. Deep breaths, and relax. Again, holding for 15 to 20 seconds for this is perfectly fine. The first step I take, once we're ready to go into the exercises for the push-up, is to train what is called the negative. Training the negative is where we will only focus on the lowering aspect of it. We will not actually be working on the pushing part. This helps train the muscles to get strong very fast, and it is one of the most effective methods for developing your push-up quickly. What we do is we start in that same table position. We keep our elbows turned inwards, so you rotate the shoulder so that the elbow pit is facing in the direction you are looking. This is going to force your elbows to stay in close to the body, as this is the push-up we are going to try and achieve. We are trying not to let the elbows turn out. Once the elbows are turned in, you are going to go to your table position, which we just did in the prerequisite exercises. Once you are in this position, you are going to focus on engaging your core, elbows stay in, and from the count of 5 to 1, we are going to lower to the floor. Your chest and hips should hit the floor at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do not push back out of it, you roll back, up into the position to begin your next repetition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll up again. This is the easiest way to time this. Never try and push about it. Again, we are focusing on what's called the eccentric load or negative load. I recommend this exercise to everyone who is learning push-ups, or even if you have push-ups and you're looking to improve them and have them a little bit more neater and tidier. I would recommend to do 5 repetitions per set with a 5-second drop on each one, and try that 3 sets. You can achieve this 2 to 3 times per week. In my opinion, when learning, this is the only real exercise you need to start with. The second exercise I'm going to show you is the exact opposite. We are going to start trying to develop the pushing power or the concentric element of the movement. There are 2 versions to do with this one. This one is going to be far more difficult to do than the negative. This will take more effort, but if you have trained the negatives first, you will find it's a little bit easier to achieve. This one can be done on the knees or on the toes. The knees, of course, being a little bit easier. So this time we are going to lie flat on the floor with the hands right beside the shoulders. I'm going to show you the kneeling version first, so the slightly easier version. Elbows stay in, we stay on our knees with the ankles crossed. We lift our bum off the floor, engage our core, and then focus on driving your fingers into the floor to begin moving the chest up. And then you can just roll down to the floor again, cross the ankles, lift your bum a little bit off the floor, engage your core again, and focus on driving up through the chest. And relax down again. Now the toe full version. Toes resting on the floor. We engage our quads to lift the legs straight up off the floor. This slightly elevates my pelvis off the floor too. So now I engage my core and I drive upwards again through my shoulders to elevate myself up into the top position. Drop to your knees, lie again. One more time. Toes resting, legs engaged and locked, thighs squeezed, core engaged. Lean slightly down and drive up, fingers into the floor, through the chest and shoulders, up into the top position. This is a really, really powerful exercise to do. And again, it will find it a little more difficult than the negative, but with good practice, you can achieve it fairly easily. Once you have good control over your negatives and you are doing some of the positive exercises, you can now attempt the halfway point positional hold. This is a little more advanced, and even for those who can already do push-ups and are very good at them, this is an excellent exercise for building good strength in our shoulders. What we do is we are going to stay on our knees, elbows stay in. You're going to drop down to the halfway position of your push-up, so 50% down. Once I drop halfway down, I rest my toes on the floor and I lock my legs and bring them up off the floor. So now I'm holding that halfway position, engaging my core and pressing my fingers into the floor. You will feel this fairly intensely in the shoulders. And rest. If you practice this 3 times per week, you will see significant improvements in your strength, especially for those who are starting to only try to get to grips with your push-ups. And for those who can already maybe do push-ups, using this technique, increase the duration of sets and time, will help build a greater level of strength and endurance, so therefore your push-ups will improve and your numbers can go up. And there are also then time to explore other versions of push-ups that are around. So once you have them on 3, your full push-up should ideally look like this. Hope you found this tutorial useful, and good luck with your push-ups.